guys, thanks so much for stopping by. I sure appreciate you. So today I am taking some inspiration from a couple fellow YouTubers. Rachel Palmieri is the one that I originally pulled this idea from, and she has gotten the inspiration from this from another YouTuber by the name of Dolly Mama, I believe it is. I will link both of their channels down below, and I recently saw Samantha March do this as well, and it's just really inspiring and really fun, and I kind of wanted to see how this would go with my collection, so here we are. So let's talk about what we're going to be doing today. So the idea behind this is pulling random palettes from your collection and deciding that if they somehow disappeared for whatever reason, you know, a fire took out half your palettes, or someone broke in and stole some random palettes, your sister came in and took them, I don't know. Whatever the case is, they have suddenly disappeared. And if those palettes were gone, would you repurchase them? Are they worthy of a repurchase? So what I've done is I used a random number generator from 1 to 10. It gave me 4. So I went through my palette selection, and every 4th palette, I pulled it until I had a total of 10 palettes. So that's what I have in front of me is 10 randomly drawn palettes, and we're going to decide whether I would repurchase them or if I would let them go. So let's get rolling. Okay, these are in no particular order, you guys. We're just kind of going randomly here. The first one I pulled here was Morphe. This is the 9E Pretty in Peach. Ooh! Ugh, I hate these types of packagings. Would I repurchase? No, I wouldn't. That's not a bad thing, though. This palette is not bad by any means. This was an impulse purchase. This is when I heard that Morphe was filing bankruptcy. I was scared they were going to disappear because I do enjoy Morphe's formula. I do have formulas I enjoy more than Morphe, but I do like Morphe's formula. I do like their color stories. I like their palettes. And this one was honestly kind of an impulse buy during that time frame. I'm not mad about it. I don't regret it by any means. But if this were to suddenly disappear from my collection, would I repurchase it? No, probably not. I love to use this really only in the spring, early summer, and I don't gravitate towards it, so it would be no love lost. It's, again, not a bad palette by any means. It's a great color story. I just don't think I would run back out and get it. Next up here, this is ColourPop Fresh Greens. This is from Target. I think you can get it on their website too, but it is at Target. I don't think it's at Ulta. This one, yes, I would absolutely 100% be devastated to lose and run and find it and rebuy this. These greens in here, they're so unique to my collection, especially this Farmer's Market shade right here. It is a minty green. I love it. I absolutely love it. But this color story is just, you know, it's greens, which is what I vibe, what I love to wear. You can go really neutral with it down here and still have that green undertone. You could go really vibrant green. This is just something I absolutely love, and I'm very happy to have in my collection. So this is an absolute yes. This is the Odin's Eye Snow Dream palette. Oof, oof, oof. This is a tough one. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sad to say that I don't know. Here's the thing. I've used every single color in here except for one, and that's this frankincense. That's what I'm going to use in my next look here. Okay, hear me out, guys. Hear me out. The shimmers are out of this world, which is what I would expect from the way everyone talks about Odin's Eye. And some of these darker mattes, they're buildable. They blend really nice, but I really struggle with these like mid-tone mattes. Like this one. This one was actually pretty good. This one shows up, but this one, no, that one showed up too. So what am I? Where am I complaining? Oh, so this one, even though I consider myself a fair to light skin tone, this doesn't show up on me. This one takes an absurd amount of building to show up on me. This one, I can't get to show up on me for nothing. So it's like half the palette is worth it. So the thing is, Odin's Eye is really affordable. So is it worth it for the ones that work? Yeah, we'll go with yeah. Yeah, because the color story is so beautiful. Let's just go with yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay, Natasha Denona Glam. Yes. Just yes. Yes. I mean, I'm a neutral girl at heart. I love neutrals. I'm also a big fan of golds. Cool tones aren't my all-time favorite, but I spent some money on her. She's expensive. So yes, I just love the simplicity of this one. I love the color choices in this one. I just yes. The answer is yes. Yes, I would rebuy. Yes. Would I be devastated that I had to rebuy it? Only because of the price. But, so I don't think I would run out and get it immediately. But yes, I would be devastated and it would get replaced, just not like right this very second. Oh, look, another Natasha Denona. This one is the Peak palette. This is one of the 5 pans that she has. While I do really like this color story, red scares me. If you haven't been here for a minute, red scares me. So that's immediately what I'm drawn towards, and I take it like a challenge, like, ooh, red, let me try it. Even though it scares me, I want to just own this fear that I have of red eyeshadow. I'm getting there. But ooh, as I shove my finger into it, sorry. But this shimmer down here is just beautiful, and it accents these 2 colors right here phenomenally. So if I were to cover up this red shade right here, this is the perfect palette. I love this. But would I run out and repurchase it? Probably not. Only because I have so many other palettes that I can get a very similar look and vibe with, especially with the shimmers in this one. Excuse me, this one. I could probably get the same thing. So would I run out and repurchase this? No, but again, not a bad palette. It's actually a really great palette. I really, really love this one. I'm very excited to use this in my next rotation in February. So, no. Even though it breaks my heart a little, no. This one, spoiler, yes. Melt Gemini. Yes, 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 and yes. The answer is yes, I would replace this one. This just speaks to my heart in every manner. I've got neutrals here, I've got a matte black, and I've got my grungy greens. I live for the grunginess. I mean, just... yes, the answer is yes. Okay, next up we have Urban Decay Naked Reloaded. While I really, really enjoy the color story, and while I really enjoy the looks I get from this, I don't think I would run out and repurchase this. There's nothing wrong with it, nothing at all. It's just, it's a neutral palette, and I have so many neutral palettes. And again, I love this palette, and I love every look I get from it. I just, to me, the price, the price is not justifiable. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think, because I think this is well over $50 at this point, or $50, somewhere at least in that range. I don't think it's worth that much. The formula is fine. It's not fantastic. It is beautiful. It really is, but I just don't think it's worth the price. So if this were to suddenly disappear from my collection, no, I wouldn't run out and repurchase it. That also kind of breaks my heart because, again, I do really like this palette. I would not run out and repurchase it, though. It's just that price is just, to me, unreasonable. This is the Black Magic palette by Uoma Beauty, and this one is just so fun. I love this palette so, 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 so much. Okay, y'all are going to come for me. I know you're going to come for me. Something about me is I don't love, on myself, I don't love duochromes or multichromes. Don't hurt me too much, please. I just don't like them on myself because I like, you know, when I pick a shimmer, I want it to be that color. This is one of the few palettes that has some multichromes or duochromes in it, duochromes in it that I will wear and I do love. So hopefully I can catch this. It's going to be these 3 middle shades right here. So at this particular angle, I'm trying to get, so you can see more of like a rosy color. You've got kind of a yellow here, and you've got more of a green tone here, but they do shift. Let's see if I can catch the shift. There we go. So now you've got more of like an orangey color. You've got more of like a champagne, and then you've got a blue color here. So this palette, there, now you can really see those shifts. And if you check the mirror, you can really see it too. But it's just those 3 middle shades that shift. These 2 outer shimmers stay true to pan, and I love the concept of this. I love some true shimmers. I love the duochromes in here, and then I just love the matte black, and you have a couple lighter transition shades, and then you have some deepening shades. To me, this is an ideal palette. You get everything I could possibly need from a palette from this. So this is an absolute 100% yes repurchase. 2 more here for you guys. This is an Alter Ego palette, the Mirage palette. This is fairly new to my collection. However, I have been thoroughly enjoying it. She's a bit messy. Those gold shades are a little flaky, so they're kind of everywhere. But I do really enjoy this palette. I enjoy the color story. I enjoy the layout. The formula is fantastic, and the palette is extremely affordable. It is inspired by the Huda Empowered palette. So I love that I can get very same looks from the Empowered palette for a fraction of the price. And again, the formula is fantastic, and I love the color choices. And again, I know it was inspired by something else, so I can appreciate that from the original palette as well. But this would be an absolute yes repurchase for me, because again, it's affordable. I really like the formula, and I really like the shade. So this would be a yes. I would be heartbroken to lose this one for whatever reason, and I would be picking up another one. And last but most certainly not least, this is the Nomad Okavango Safari palette. Oh, this is so fun. So this particular palette, yes, 100% I'm going to repurchase. So this is the only palette in my entire collection that was gifted to me. Now, this is not a PR or anything like that. I actually won, this is my very first Nomad palette, and I actually won this in one of their Instagram giveaways, and this is what just took off for Nomad for me. I love their formula. I love their color stories. I think they're a lot of fun. I think they're really affordable for being an indie brand. And I will say that I did purchase another palette from them that got lost in the mail, like the shipping, and without question, they replaced it, and quickly. Their customer service is amazing. So I really do love Nomad for more reasons than just their formula and their color stories. They have great customer service, and they're always giving back to the community and the world in some way with all of their palettes. So I just really, really am inspired by this brand and can really appreciate what they do. So this would be a 100% yes repurchase, because I mean, so you've got, ooh, sorry there. So you've got like these cooler tone rose down here. You've got that grungy green, like I'm telling you, that's just my vibe, my jam. And then you've got warmer neutrals, which is also my jam. So the fact that you can get a warm, a green, a neutral, or a cool tone look out of this, that's fantastic. It's fantastic. And I love the packaging. The packaging is stunning, and it's so on point. And even the background, like this back here, is just so fitting for the theme and all the embossings and the names. I get such joy out of these palettes from Nomad. So this is an absolute yes. Okay, friends, circling back around for a quick recap. Out of 10 palettes, it looks like 7 of them are going to be a repurchase and 3 of them are not. The 3 that won't would be the Naked Reloaded, the Natasha Denona Peak palette, and the Morphe 9E Pretty in Peach. And the 7 that would be repurchases is the Okavango Safari palette, the Mirage palette, the Uoma, I can't say this name, I'm terrible at this, the Black Magic palette, the Gemini palette, Natasha Denona Glam, ColourPop Fresh Greens, and the Odin's Eye Snow Dream palette. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on this. I sure appreciate you. This was so fun and so hard at the same time, but it was really fun to kind of get a different perspective of my collection. So again, I will link Rachel and her inspiration down below as well. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.